Hi everyone, so welcome back, and I am here again with another set of 5 questions for Power BI interview preparation. Before this video, we have released 2 more videos with 5 questions each. So what all questions we have covered? We are, okay, so important components of Power BI. What is grouping in Power BI? What is cross-filtering and cross-highlighting? What is the information required to create a map in Power BI? What is the programming language which is used in Power Query? Is Power BI free to use? Approximately how many data connectors we have in Power BI? What is Power Query Editor? What do we understand by Power BI services? And what are the different type of filters in Power BI reports? So these are the questions which we have covered. If you want to know the answers to these questions in detail, you need to refer to those videos on our YouTube channel. Now moving to the next set of questions. So the next question is, what is the difference between a filter and a slicer? So I would be explaining it to you practically. So let me move to Power BI screen. So this is the Power BI tool which we have, right? If you are going ahead and putting your cursor here on this funnel in both, it is showing you no filter. It means there is no filter as of now on these visuals, right? Okay. Now, going back to this pane, this filter pane, if you come here, you can see 2 sections, filters on this page and filters on all the pages, right? If you click on this visual, it is giving you a third section also, filters on this visual. So we have 3 levels of filters in Power BI: visual level, page level, and report level, right? Now, for example, I am putting a filter on a chart. So let me create a new chart first. So this is the new Power BI page I have taken, and here I'm creating a new visual, for example, where I'm taking subcategory and sales. So it is showing me the sales for all the subcategories. Now, for example, I want to go ahead with top 5 subcategories on the basis of sales. So I want to put a filters on this visual. So I will go here in this section, filter on this visual, because I do not want to apply this filter or other visuals on the page or all the visuals of the page. And I will say subcategory, which one? Top 5 on the basis of what? On the basis of sales, and apply filter. Now it is showing me top 5 subcategories, not all the subcategories. And if you put your cursor on this funnel, it is showing you that there is a filter on this visual, and this is the filter, top 5 by sales, right? So this is filter, putting a filter on a visual. Same way, you can put the filter on all the visual of the page as well by putting a filter on this section. And if you are putting a filter on this section, filters on all the pages, the filter will be applicable on all the visuals of all the pages as well. Now come up with a slicer. So this is a slicer which I'm creating, right? And here I'm taking year. So I have taken year, right? So now let me change it to list also. Okay. So now what is happening? I'm just selecting 2014. So this visual is getting filtered for 2014. Selecting 15, then getting filtered for 15. So now the question is, what is the difference between a filter and a slicer? So if you are putting any filter, you are filtering this visual through filter pane, the interface is not as good as we have the interface with slicer. Because with a slicer, you can play around with your report. You can select a year, you can see the performance, you can put multiple slicers, you can analyze the data, you can understand the data. So this is quite dynamic. Whenever we are filtering the visuals through filter pane, this is not dynamic, this is static. Every time you have to go to filter pane and you have to change your filter. So this is the difference we have, right? Second difference is we can filter the visual on the basis of measures. So probably you would be able to understand this point more when if you are good with DEX in Power BI, but we cannot plot a measure in the slicer. So this is a difference between a slicer and a filter, which you can talk about in your interview. So now move to the next question. So the next question is, what is the difference between Power BI and Tableau, right? There are a lot of difference, but I think this would be clear to the people who know both the tools, right? Okay, so we need to prepare some major differences between both the tools, because if we will talk about all the differences, it is not the purpose of the interview. The interviewer is not going to give you so much time. So you need to talk about the major differences that Power BI came in 2015, Tableau came in 2004. What are the differences? Like in Power BI, we have the ETL, which is Power Query Editor inbuilt, but in Tableau, the ETL, which is Tableau Prep tool, is there. That is not inbuilt. That is a different software altogether by the owner of the Tableau. So these kind of differences you need to talk about. How it is different. So basically the language also is different on which Power BI is based, on which Tableau engine is based. So what you need to do, again, I will give you a tutorial on this. You can read that tutorial and you can prepare 4 or 5 main differences, and then you can talk about those differences in your interview. So let me show it to you once. So you can refer to this tutorial on our website, Tableau or Power BI, who is the market leader, where we have talked about the comparison between both the tools, the similarities, and then there is a conclusion. So you can prepare 4 to 5 points from these tables where we have mentioned the basis of all also, like on the basis of what we have compared both the tools. So we have the comparison with respect to who is the end user for both the tools, what is the price difference, trial period, visualization, a lot of factors. So prepare 4 to 5 points from here for your interview for this question. Moving to the next question. Okay, so now the next question is advantages of using Power BI. So normally whenever we are talking about the advantages of using Power BI, we always end up comparing Power BI with Excel because that was the next tool in the cycle and people have moved from Excel to Power BI, right? So in Power BI, we can create a fully dynamic report. There is nothing manual we need to do, right? And you do not need to carry your laptop or shift your report to a pen drive and something of that sort that you need to email your report to your boss. No, there's a cloud associated with Power BI. You can publish your reports on the cloud, and from there you can share with any stakeholder. So these are the main advantages. And this tool is compatible with n number of sources, n number of data connectors. So you can connect the sources directly with Power BI, import the data and start analyzing. In Excel, what is the issue? That you have to convert all your data, whatever format it is. Like if your data is into PDF format, then you have to make sure that you are converting that data into Excel format, then only you can analyze it in Excel. But in Power BI, you're not supposed to convert your PDF into an Excel first. You can directly connect your PDF, directly import the data from PDF in Power BI. So a lot of advantages are there. So whenever you need to answer this question, let's talk about the 3-4 main points as compared to Excel, because we have grown to Power BI from Excel. Next question is, what is DEX in Power BI? So the full form of DEX is Data Analysis Expression. So basically, whenever we are talking about basic to intermediate level of Power BI, we are talking about creating the visuals, understanding the data, finding the insights, right? But whatever visuals we are creating, we are only using the columns which were originally there in the data. We are not manipulating the data as such. Like for example, in the data, we have sales, we have profit, and we are calculating anything using sales and profit column only. We are not going further. So what is the meaning of going further? Now, for example, you need profit margin, but profit margin has not been given directly to you in the data. You have to calculate it. How? Total profit divided by total sales. So whenever we are starting with the calculation part, that is called Advanced Power BI, and it has another name, DEX. So whenever we are manipulating the data, that is the DEX portion of Power BI. So if you want to learn more about DEX, how to write down the formulas, you can subscribe to our courses, self-paced courses or live courses, whatever is convenient to you. You can watch our platform, testformula.com, for taking the subscription. Moving to the next question, which is the data model preferred in Power BI. So there are a lot of data models or schema available in the market, like a star schema, snowflake schema. If you will put it on Google, you will get n number of names. But one schema or data model which is preferred by Power BI or has been suggested by Microsoft to be used in Power BI is a star schema, right? That is a big concept. Like you have to transform your data correctly using the star schema concept. So again, to understand the star schema in detail, you have to subscribe to our course, Power BI course, where we would be teaching you how to apply star schema on the data, available data, whether we can apply star schema on the given data or not. That point will also be covered. So to learn it in detail, you have to subscribe to the courses. And to answer this question in the interview, you can say star schema. So we would be coming up with the more videos on interview preparations in different domains like Excel, SQL, probably in Tableau also. So subscribe to our channel to get regular updates. Thank you.